Good afternoon. We are the group 10 and we will be discussing all about privacy alongside with the ethics. I hope you will enjoy our discussion for today and I hope you will listen carefully because we know that you can relate in this type of discussion. Without further ado, let us now go to the first topic, which is what is privacy?
What is privacy? Privacy is the freedom to live aspect of your life unobserved and unrecorded. This is considered a basic human right that is important to quality of life, safety, and security. However, privacy is also a trade-off whereby it is impossible to participate in life while remaining fully unobserved and unrecorded. Personal information can also stimulate new industries and has value to the public good. As such, privacy is an extremely complex issue with many sides. Here are 10 examples of privacy. First, the anonymity, the ability to do things without giving your name or information such as a photograph that can be mapped to your name. For example, making a purchase with a cash without any type of registration. Second, pseudonymity, the ability to be known under a different name in a particular context. For example, a social network that allows you to register with a username that differs from your real name. Third, personality identifiable information, any information that can be potentially be mapped back to an individual's identity, particularly their name. For example, a photograph with a clear view of your face can generally be mapped to a name given enough data. Fifth, data liberation is the ability to view, transfer, download, and delete all personally identifiable data held by an entity. Sixth, right of access, the legal right to data liberation. 7. Property rights, the right to own or rent places and devices that are legally yours such that others cannot intrude without your permission. 9. Mind your own business, a social norm that prevents people from asking questions in a certain areas that are considered private. For example, the norm that is overly intrusive to ask someone how they vote. This norm differs greatly based on culture. And the last, secrecy, a norm or legal right to keep secrets. For example, a norm that a diary or journal is highly private.
Let's move on to why is privacy and ethics important. It plays an important role in upholding human dignity and sustaining a strong and vibrant society. Respecting privacy is an essential part of what it means to be a good citizen, whether as an individual or an institution. Privacy is also a basis for an ethical and respectful workplace. So, in short, privacy and ethics is a way of telling us to have at least have a respect towards a person. Well, we Filipinos already know what is respect and privacy. We all know that. But we all know that not everyone has their own privacy in life. We can refer to celebrities. Their privacy is not really private at all anymore. I will give an example regarding to a K-drama and K-pop celebrities. We all know that K-pop celebrities, they have this they're not detectives but they are called saseng fans, or they are like obsessive fans. Well, this type of fans are really they're very dangerous because they can really spy on you. They are better than detectives. If you guys are familiar with Dispatch, you guys know what it is. And if you guys are kind of familiar with this K-drama, It is a K drama that is. It is not really a serious one, but it's a type of K drama that they do background checks on every person that comes into their company, and that is really a it's not an invasion of privacy as long as they really kept the privacy of that employee. And another thing, I know that some of the students have boyfriends, girlfriends, jowa, or being in a relationship, but actually, being in a relationship, there should be always a privacy. Well, if you know what I'm referring to, whereas the social medias, their phone, their life, I mean, it's okay. It's okay not to tell what you're hiding because they're not comfortable with it, they're not ready. It's okay. But do not invade their privacy by checking their phones or logging into their accounts because it's not good. It's a red flag. Let them take their time before they say it too, because honestly, if they take their time, they can actually say it all, not with force. Why do we need privacy? Privacy is important because privacy gives us the power to choose our thoughts and feelings and who we share with them. Privacy protects our information. We do not want shared publicity. And yeah, we don't want that to be spreading around the whole entire world. But yes, and I'm saying this because it's really rude to ask their information and their details. Well, except for the online thing, the online shopping, except for that. And when it's workplace, then it's fine because it's really confidential. But when a person that is not close to you and asks for your information and your details, that is rude. That is rude. It is not a form of being a friendly person towards a person because you can be friends in another way or setting, not in that way. You can ask for their names, but not in the way that you will ask about their family status, etc., etc., etc. Thank you so much for listening to me, and we'll move on to the next discussion.
How important is privacy in our life? Privacy is essential to who we are as human beings, and we make decisions about it every single day. It gives us a space to be ourselves without judgment, allows us to think freely without discrimination, and an important element of giving us control over who knows about us. In my own opinion, privacy is important in our life because it is like our freedom. It gives us ease. I always keep in mind that not everyone deserves to know everything about us because nobody owes anyone anything. So, we should value and respect everyone's privacy. What is the concept of privacy? Privacy is the ability of an individual or group to seclude themselves or information about themselves, and thereby express themselves selectively. When something is private to a person, it usually means that something is inherently special or sensitive to them. Privacy may also take the form of bodily integrity.
We have our seventh privacy, and it has many important facets of privacy. First one is the privacy of body, means that your body is your own, and governmental agents may not examine or invade it without your consent. Second is the privacy of correspond, is what we usually talk about when we discuss privacy online. Privacy of data is related to the jump to digital. It is privacy of your diary in your home that is not communicated to anybody. Fourth is we have the privacy of finance. It used to be the bank secrecy meant that nobody, not even government, was allowed insight into your personal finances like debt, wealth, expenditure, and income. Fifth, we have the privacy of identity. Is is our right to go about our daily lives anonymously. The absence of paper-based society, while we have seen political demands for more and stronger ID cards and air travel pretend security, is gradually poisoning the privacy. One of the strongest threats to this privacy is another. Six is we have the privacy of location. Is the right for us to be wherever we want without any part of the government knowing about it. This privacy has essentially been eliminated post 2001 as our mobile phones were turned into governmental tracking device via data retention laws, and we need to take this privacy back. Seventh, and the last, we have the privacy of territory. Is our right to not have our home invaded by governmental force. This extends beyond our home. Thoughts we take like part of our territory with us as we walk about and move around. Pockets, handbags, the contents of our cart are all parts of the privacy of territory.
How to protect our privacy. State laws define what constitutes an invasion of privacy. Invasion of privacy is the unjustifiable intrusion into the personal life of another without consent. Invasion of privacy generally consists of four distinct causes of action. First, appropriation of name or likeness. Laws protect your right to control the use of your own identity for a business or economic purpose. Typically, this claim involves the unauthorized use of a person's picture or name. Second, intrusion into seclusion. Laws protect your right to privacy while you are in solitude or seclusion. This right extends to you or your private affairs. For example, it is an invasion of privacy for a neighbor to peek through your window or take picture of you in your home. Likewise, it is also an invasion of privacy to use electronic equipment to eavesdrop or a private conversation. Third, false light. Laws protect your right to not have potentially misleading or damaging information about yourself publicly disclosed. These include the disclosure of information that may be true but is nonetheless misleading or damaging. For example, it may be an invasion of privacy if a caption published with a photograph in a news article about a protest describes a person as an participant, when in fact the person was only observing the protest. And the last, public disclosure of private facts. Laws protect your right to keep the details of your private life from becoming public information. For example, publicizing facts about persons' health, sexual conduct, or financial troubles is likely an invasion of privacy.
What is the point of privacy? Privacy enables people to manage their reputations. Although we cannot have complete control over our reputations, we must have some ability to protect our reputations from being unfairly harmed. Protecting reputations depends on protecting against not only falsehoods but also certain truths. Privacy is important because privacy gives us the power to choose our thoughts and feelings and who we share them with. Privacy protects our information we do not want shared publicly, such as health or personal finances. Privacy helps protect our physical safety if our real-time location data is private. Techniques to improve privacy. Similarly to actions which reduce privacy, there are multiple angles of privacy and multiple techniques to improve them to varying extent. When actions are done at an organizational level, They may be referred to as cybersecurity. First technique, how to improve your privacy. Don't fill out your social media profile. The more information you share online, the easier it's going to be for someone to get their hands on it. Don't cooperate. Second, be choosy about sharing your social security number, even the last four digits. Think twice about sharing your social security number with anyone, unless it's your bank, a credit bureau, a company that wants to do a background check on you, or some other entity that has to report to the IRS. Third, use a password vault that generates and remembers strong and unique passwords. Most people know better than to use the same password for more than one website or application. In reality, it can impossible to remember a different one for the dozen of online services you use. Fourth, turn on private browsing. If you don't want anyone with physical access to your computer to see where you're hanging out online, you should enable private browsing, a setting available in each major web browser. It deletes cookies, temporary internet files, and browsing history after you close the window. The last one, check social privacy settings. If you have social accounts, those networks have a lot of information about you, and you may be surprised how much of it is visible to anybody on the internet by default.
Actions which reduce privacy. As with other conceptions of privacy, there are various ways to discuss what kinds of processes or actions remove, challenge, lessen, or attack privacy. In 1960, legal scholar William Prosser created the following list of activities which can be remedied with privacy protection. Number 1. Intrusion into person's private space, own affairs, or wish for solitudes. Number 2. Public disclosure of personal information about a person which could be embarrassing for them to have revealed. Number 3. Promoting access to information about a person which could lead the public to have incorrect beliefs about them. Number 4. Encroaching someone's personality rights and using their likeness to advance interests which are not their own.
What are some legal consequences for violation of privacy? The legal consequence for privacy violation can vary widely from case to case. For example, under Section 3 of the Federal Privacy Act number of 1974, the penalty for violation for privacy in a criminal matter may lead to fines of up to $5,000 or 250,000 pesos if we are going to convert it in Philippine peso. For willfully and knowingly gaining access or requesting a record concerning a certain individual based on false pretenses. Data Privacy Act Law. Republic Act number 10173, otherwise known as the Data Privacy Act, is a law that seeks to protect all forms of information, be it private, personal, or sensitive. It is meant to cover both natural and juridical persons involved in the processing of personal information. In 2012, the Philippines passed the Data Privacy Act 2012, comprehensive and strict privacy legislation to protect the fundamental human right of privacy. of communication while ensuring free flow of information to promote innovation and growth. Republic Act Number 10173, Chapter 1, Section 2. This comprehensive privacy law also established a National Privacy Commission that enforces and oversees it and is endowed with rulemaking power. On September 9, 2016, the final implementing rules and the regulation came into force, adding specificity to the Privacy Act.
And that ends our report. I hope you enjoyed our report, for we are the last reporter for this last semester. Yes. Cheers for everyone! We have succeeded and made it possible and successful. Our reports, our quizzes, exams, but our exam is upcoming, so I hope you guys understand and learn something new. So, always remember to keep your profile low because your identity means a lot. Scammers are everywhere, so be sure not to get scammed. This has been Group 10. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay warm. Godspeed, and bye. See you again next time.